The Mariners are 51 and 43 and in first place in the American League West, at least for the moment. The Astros are just 2 games back on them now in the standings. On June 1st, the Mariners were 6.5 games up on the Astros, so at this rate, the Astros might just pass them by the end of the month. Despite currently leading the division, the Mariners have one of the worst offenses in the entirety of Major League Baseball this year. They're down there with bottom feeder teams such as the White Sox, the Angels, and the A's. No matter how you look at it, really, they're either mediocre or just straight up bad on offense. So how is it that a team with an anemic offense such as the Mariners finds themselves in first place in their division this close to the All-Star break? As bad as the Mariners are with their bats in their hands, they make up for it by being even better at pitching. As of July 11th, they have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. They are first in WHIP with a value of 1.08, and that's miles ahead of the second place Phillies, who have a value of 1.14 as a team. They walk the fewest batters and have the 5th highest strikeout rate. Opposing teams don't hit the ball hard off them at all. And it shows that not only on StatCast data, but in the results as well, as they have allowed the fewest hits this season at 668, about only 7 hits per game. Contrast this with the Rockies, who allow over 10 hits a game. Offensively, it has been a whole different story. They have scored just 360 runs this season for an average of 3.87 runs a game, which is god-awful. They are 12th in total home runs at 103, but this is immediately offset by them being allergic to any other type of hit, whether it be singles, doubles, or triples. They have struck out by far the most, 5% more than the second place Cubs, and will probably get to 1,000 team strikeouts before the All-Star break, which is very impressive. When they do connect with the ball, they can hit it really hard and in the air. The problem is that they simply don't hit the ball that often. On pitches thrown inside the strike zone that they swing at, they make contact only 83% of the time, which actually ranks dead last in MLB. Unsurprisingly, this lack of contact is what's leading to the heavily inflated strikeout numbers. The pitching is great, but the offense not so much. What was once expected to be one of the more competent lineups in baseball has instead blown up in the Mariners' faces, and it's pretty easy to see why. Probably the most prime example I can think of off the top of my head is in Jorge Polanco. Before coming to Seattle this offseason, Polanco had posted a 780 OPS and 111 WRC plus in parts of 10 seasons with the Minnesota Twins. However, in 56 games this year with the Mariners, he has a 576 OPS and a 72 WRC plus, which is worse than the likes of Sal Frelick, Nico Hoerner, and Tyler Freeman. All of those guys aren't exactly known for their hitting ability. Polanco completely fell off a cliff since joining Seattle, and there's not much more to it. On the flip side of Polanco, we have Andres Munoz. In 36 games this season, he has been as close to invincible as an MLB pitcher can be. His fastball is thrown at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, and his sinker and slider combo have both generated whiff values at close to 50%. He's basically unhittable, and though he hasn't quite been getting the strikeouts he's used to this season, it doesn't matter in the slightest because every ball hit off him is on the ground where it has little chance of doing anything. He's easily been a top closer this year and is better than some of the most recognizable bullpen arms such as Craig Kimbrell and Josh Hader. It wouldn't be a video about the Mariners if I did not mention Julio Rodriguez and his struggles this year. He's had a very tough season. After 2 incredible seasons in his rookie and sophomore year, Rodriguez has been getting 0 results for it this year. It's nearly the All-Star break now, and he has just 17 extra base hits. Last year, he had 71. Talking about his struggles in depth could be a whole other video on its own, but to sum it up quickly, he has been getting incredibly unlucky according to StatCast, and here's what I mean. Stuff like average exit velocity and barrel rate is down from previous years, but it's not way down like you'd expect. He's slugging just .354 this season, but using his batted ball data, StatCast has his expected slugging percentage at a value of .459, which is right in line with what he did in 2022 and 2023 when he had major success. It may not look like it on its face, but he's due for a huge second half in my opinion. Definitely like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching.